Etsy has updated its GPSR for people selling in the EU, selling to the EU. So, what have they added? Let's have a look. So, here's the section on April 2025, the important updates, and they have made some sizable updates. I'm still not selling to the EU and Northern Ireland, I'm afraid, but I believe things are moving forwards at least. So Etsy have added a new listing field for product safety compliance. We've introduced a new product safety section in your listings to help meet the GPSR requirements. This section is now accessible to all sellers on both web and mobile. So let's just have a quick look at what this is. So I'm in an editing listing section of one of my listings, and it says GPSR manufacturer and safety information. If you're a trader, in fact, let's just open this because you'll be worried about this. How do I know if I qualify as a trader under GPSR? Whether or not a business is considered a trader under EU regulation is complex. So that's an interesting start already. It's not saying, yes, you definitely are. We always recommend reaching out to a legal advisor for information tailored to your business. Again, that's Etsy's safety clause, but I completely understand why they're saying this. Basically, what this says is Etsy don't understand well enough to be able to give you good advice. A variety of factors is taken into consideration to determine if a business is a trader, including sales volume, type and value of goods, and VAT status. If you signed up on Etsy as a business seller, meaning you've registered your business with a government agency and have a business ID number, or are an incorporated business on Etsy, and you deliver to buyers in the EEA or Northern Ireland, we've automatically designated you as a trader within your shop and listings. To change your trader status in your policy settings at any time, you can change it. In Shop Manager, click the pencil icon next to your shop under Sales Channel, select Edit in the Seller Details section. So this is reasonably new. It wasn't there the last time I looked anyway. So it's saying there is a chance that we're not considered a trader, or some of us aren't. I think in certain countries you have to have registered your Etsy shop as a business, and have a business ID. That's not the case everywhere. You can be a sole trader. Just this is just part of your business. So it's confusing, but it does suggest that it might not apply to everyone. This will be, yeah, and saying and VAT status. So I think if you're VAT registered for your business, that is in the UK. If you've made, oh, I can't remember the exact number, but if you're making a good whack of money in sales, then you have to be VAT registered. But that does not apply to the majority of Etsy sellers. So contact a legal expert is all I can say. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, if you're a trader selling to EEA states or Northern Ireland, you may need to include manufacturer and safety info for listings added after the 13th of December. Now, this is physical listings. Most of my listings are custom. So although the listing was created before that date, the item isn't created, so it's after. But your items, if they were already up before the 13th of December, then you're probably okay. That's Etsy's belief on it. A lot of people think differently, but we can only go with that. You can choose to stop selling to these states in the GPSR settings, but you can add the information. So you'll need to include a name and email and mailing address for each manufacturer if you're a non-EU resident and make the item yourself. Also, full stop. It's like I never read before. If you're a non-EU resident and make the item yourself, or you work with a non-EU manufacturer, you'll need to provide the name and email of the designated EU responsible person. We will get into that in a little while. And the product safety information, make sure you include any safety details buyers should know, like age restrictions, potential hazards, disposable instructions, etc. Again, these guidance aren't totally clear yet, but I've been led to believe it's simpler than we worry about. But you are going to have to say, like, keep away from fire, the basic things that you should hopefully have thought of when you're making something. So just put those kind of things. If it's not for children, say it's not for children. If it's flammable, give a warning about that. But in general, your items should be safe. So yes, your safety information should just involve the things that you've thought about. But I don't 100% know, so that does make it a little more difficult. But anyway, so we've got this. So we've seen the new fields include manufacturer information. So we can, this responsible person, oh, sorry, yeah, you can provide the information in two ways depending on your shop setup. Shop level economic operator. Use this if your shop has one EU-based responsible person that applies to your entire shop. So if you're a non-EU seller who manufactures your own items and they're all covered by the same responsible person, you can, in partners you work with, there's this place to add the economic operator. So that's okay, but it's saying if you're a non-EU seller. So EU sellers are worrying that they have to do everything on a listing level basis. And Etsy's not been very helpful with them. But anyway, listing level manufacturer. Use this if you resell products made by others. So you'll add the info for each product in the listing itself. So it's not clear. There's always, because there's such a vast array of different things sold on Etsy, it's not always clear which way you should be doing this. But anyway, we know we have some data. So that's the one where you do the listing level, put in all of this, manufacturer name and email address, and if applicable, that means if you're outside the EU, responsible person's name and address. You only need to fill in either the shop level or the listing level field to meet the requirements. And product safety warnings include safety information relevant to your item, such as age restrictions, hazard warning, disposal instruction, and other safety related details that buyers need to know. So that's pretty much the only information Etsy's giving us there. Authorized representative resources. Etsy said they would be trying to find us companies to help with this, and they have done. So there's two of them. Let's go and have a look. Cert Rep. Oh, I didn't mean you to open up there, but it did. So this company, your authorized representative to sell in Europe. So your EU rep in 4 steps: provide information, sign contract, label your products, sell in Europe. They're making it sound nice and easy. I haven't got in and spoke to them yet. There's a very good reason. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, use our service to prevent legal issues by including our EU address on your product packaging or labeling. Will get you represented in a matter of days. So it's telling you how to do it all, and simple, transparent prices. So this, sad to say, this is the reason why I'm not signing up, because these reps covering up to 100 items. So it's €300 per year, or if you've got 101 to 2,000 items, €690 per year. So for me, I don't make that many sales that if we take off fees, we take off advertising costs, and then we take off that, it's unlikely. And then we take off the requirements for recycling and stuff in certain EU countries. It wouldn't be economically worth it for me just now. It's something I may consider doing just to make videos about, to be able to help everyone see what the process is. But €300 is a little bit steep for me, and many shops have more than 101 items, so it could get kind of pricey. So that's the first company, and the other one is International Associates. So they're similar but different. They're very happy to say they're approved representation of the representative with Etsy. So the other one was items, and this is product. So this is a very different thing. So yeah, it depends. Like, you might have over 100 listings, over 100 types of individual listings. But if it was all a t-shirt with similar printing on it or something, then that's only one product. So which is cheaper for you could depend, but still up to 200 products for £450 a year is quite a lot. 3 to 11 products or 12 to 1,000 products. Now again, their lowest package is dearer than the other company, but their highest package seemed to be a little cheaper. So it's going to depend. They seem pretty similar apart from that. So if you need to, at least these companies are there. Etsy's checked them out, so that's the best we can do. Yeah, so here's the difficult bit. If a product is subject to the GPSR but doesn't meet the requirements, it may be classified as a dangerous product by the EEA or Northern Ireland authorities. This may result in enforcement actions including fines, product bans, or the removal of your products from the marketplace. Should Etsy receive notification from an authority that your product is non-compliant, will take appropriate action, which may include removing your listings and or suspending your account. And that's the least of your worries. There's big fines, there's all sorts of things that could happen. But Etsy is saying, if these places, these government agencies basically reach out to Etsy, Etsy can absolutely shut down your shop, even though they can't give us clear guidance and we don't really know what's going on, which is not Etsy's fault. Most places don't understand the regulations yet. So basically, how I feel is there's a very good chance this doesn't apply to much of us. There's a very good chance it won't be enforced. Certain countries in Europe are well known for all these regulations coming out, but they just ignore them. Just like, yeah, it doesn't apply, whatever. So there's a good chance it won't be a problem, but I don't want to be the miners' canary, and I don't want you to be the miners' canary. So we're best to wait and see, I feel. Unless you are selling a big enough quantity for this to be worth it, we're probably best to wait and see. And I'm really, really sorry for our friends in the EU that I don't know what to say to you. Hopefully, you have more guidance within your own country. What this means for you, the above information outlines Etsy's current approach. As the regulatory landscape continues to evolve, we may adjust our approach. So, yeah, we really don't know. And this is all the stuff that was already there. So that's all the changes for this month. Okay, it's good that Etsy is trying to keep on top of this. I'm sure you all know I will blame Etsy when Etsy needs blaming for things. But, excuse me. Things are so confusing just now that I'm going to say if Etsy don't understand what we're supposed to be doing, then it's going to be pretty hard for us to understand as well. But let me know what you think. Are you shipping to the EU? Are you in the EU? Are you compliant? Are you winging it? Yeah, am I speaking absolute rubbish? I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much.